How's it going, everyone? Alex with iTechTriad, and in this video I'm going to be giving you my final review of the Huawei Ascend Mate 2. Some say Huawei. We're going to stick with Huawei because I think that's what's right, but might still be off. We might never know. But the Ascend Mate 2, is it worth your hard-earned money? I'm going to be giving you my final experience on using this device as my daily driver for an entire month. Now, upon learning that I would be reviewing this device, I was actually intrigued and looking forward to it because I had never used a Huawei device. Frankly, I hadn't heard of them till earlier this year. They're not really known by many in the US smartphone consumer market, but Huawei might change that with the Ascend Mate 2. Let's talk a little bit about specs on this device. On the back, we have a 13 megapixel camera. We have a 3200 milliamp hour battery, huge battery. We have a 6.1 720p display, and we also have a Snapdragon 400 processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So as it comes to the Ascend Mate 2, we'll talk a little bit more about some of these individual specs. Now first, let's talk about the display though. We have a 6.1 720p display. Now next to a Nexus 5, the Ascend Mate 2 is huge. It is gigantic. It is big. It is behemoth. Makes a Nexus 5 look like an iPhone 4. And an iPhone 4 is small. Yes, it's bigger than a Note 3, the Ascend Mate 2. So if you don't have deep pockets, and I don't mean money-wise, I mean if you don't have deep pockets, period, this might not be the device for you. Now, let's talk about the 720p display. I'm the type of person, I like a good display. I appreciate a high definition display. I'm spoiled when it comes to 1080p. I've even seen some Quad HD, which that just is beauty to the eyes. But as it came to the 720p display, when I found out, I was a little bit hesitant. I wasn't sure what to expect, especially with this large display, but I was actually surprised. It didn't look that bad. You couldn't really tell the difference at first when unboxing it. Now, if you put a Nexus 5, a LG G2, or G3 for that matter next to it, you'll notice the difference, but it just gets the job done. And that's something to keep in mind as we talk more about the Ascend Mate 2, that it just gets the job done. And that's exactly what it does in the camera department. It has a 13 megapixel camera, yes, that's good, but it's not the best 13 megapixel camera. Again, it just gets the job done. If you're someone who's looking for a smartphone to take a lot of pictures with and you want high quality photos, the Ascend Mate 2 might not be the device for you. Now let's talk a little bit about call quality. Now call quality on the Ascend Mate 2 was actually very good. Now I was using the Ascend Mate 2 on T-Mobile, and HD voice calling is a beauty in itself, but overall by itself the Ascend Mate 2 had very decent call quality and better than what I expected. So in this department, Huawei did a good job. Now there's another department in which you can say the struggle was real, and that is the software department. Now, Huawei, their home screen, their stock launcher, is where the struggle was very real. Why? Well, because I came to appreciate really an app drawer, because there was no app drawer in the stock launcher. And that was a pain because all your applications, even the bloatware, was on your home screen. I'm the type of person, I like to have a minimal home screen. I like it simple, to the point. I don't want a lot of clutter. And with Huawei's stock launcher, that's exactly what you got, is clutter. Yes, you can make folders, but no matter what, you're going to have it on your home screen. And I really hope that Huawei changes this in the future and just add an app drawer. If they would have added an app drawer, it would have made experience so much better and just an overall better experience. Now, the skin itself is not very heavy. I'd say it's between stock experience and maybe TouchWiz. It's not too much. It's not very minimal. So let's put it between Motorola and between Samsung. It's just kind of right there in the middle. Not too much, not too little. And I'm the type of person I actually prefer little. I'm a stock kind of person, but overall, very good experience as it comes to their skin. They also had another launcher which they call their Simple UI, or their Simple launcher, and it was kind of like a Windows type of setup, and I really enjoyed their Simple launcher. because I had everything I needed. I didn't have to have all my applications on one screen, and it had those tiles like you would see on Windows phones, and you could change out what you wanted and what you didn't want. And I ended up using this for about a good 2 weeks out of the whole month that I was reviewing the device. If I wasn't using that, I was either using the stock launcher for a very short period of time, or I was using for the rest of the time the Google Now launcher, which was awesome on this device. And I would suggest downloading the Google Now launcher when you purchase, if you do purchase this device. Now another thing, the last thing I want to talk about, and it's my favorite part, and that was the 3200 milliamp hour battery. The battery lasted me a good 32, it was about between 32 to 34 hours on constant use. For me, that is amazing. I'm used to having my device last maybe 6 to 10 hours at best of heavy usage. Of course, I use social networks, streaming video, emails, phone calls, text messages, and the Ascend Mate 2 actually had to have me work to try to completely drain this battery. It took me about a good day and a half, almost reached 2 days, and I didn't put it on the charger, had screen at about 50%, and that's what you get with this huge device. You have a big battery, and that was a huge plus with the Ascend Mate 2 and one of my favorite features of this device. So is the Ascend Mate 2 worth your hard-earned money? Now, if you're the type of person you want to take amazing photos, you want good specs. Now remember, it has a Snapdragon 400, 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's not the best in the specs department. If you're wanting the latest specs, best camera, this might not be the device for you. Again, it's the device that just gets the job done. If you're not wanting to spend a lot, you just need a decent camera, you want good battery life, again, $299 retail, this might be the device for you. It's GSM unlocked for $299. It's definitely worth it for those of you who are looking for the phone that just gets the job done. So hope you enjoyed our full review of the Ascend Mate 2. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Tell us what you thought about the Ascend Mate 2. Would you purchase it for $299 or would you pass? Do you prefer a higher model such as a Note 3 or the Xperia Z Ultra? Comment below. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you, Huawei, for sending this out for review. We really appreciate it. Guys, be sure to check out this device. We'll leave a link in the description below so you can get some more information on the Ascend Mate 2. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in our next video.